So, yeah, we'll jump in. To kind of go over last session a little bit, I understand it was a little scuffed. We kind of rushed a little bit. Now I think we've pretty much had the conversation where it's like we are going to, or at least in my part, do more quality over quantity instead of like, we kind of jumped in. It was the first time for a while playing, but we're gonna slow it down. We're gonna spend a little bit more time on the little things going forward, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that. You'll see going forward. Yeah. Last session, you guys started off in Scald, if I believe correctly.
Yes.
You had made your way to Accord, and when you got to Accord, the town was having some sort of like not meeting, but like a gathering of some sort.
Announcement.
He had announcements where the arbiter there, Sile McGinnis, said that the children of Morgan had disappeared. Speaking to some of the commoners, you couldn't quite get a lot of information, but you received a letter from what you presume to be Felix Thibodeau, FT. With a message as well as another letter by Raven, with kind of like a hint on how to decode it. Using a book by the name of An Ends to All Means: How the Dwarves Restored Order in Jericho in the Melfort Library. You guys
consuming an hour of our time.
Well, it was the encounter with the creatures in the Shadowfell that took up. It was like, I think the combat, I looked back, it was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You guys had a Howler encounter, which took up like a lot of time, and so like the remaining ending of the session was just getting you guys to Melfort. You guys got to Melfort. You guys went to the library, or you guys stayed for the night, went to the library. And got the message, got the book, got the page, or whatever. And that's where it was kind of sped up. So, like, as of right now, Billy Joe and Aurelius, because this is kind of perfect, because they were out, if you remember, exploring the town. You guys were at the library, basically decoding the book. So we'll pick it up from there. You guys will say you guys have successfully decoded the message using the page, which I believe. It was just working backwards by word numbers and paragraphs. So Aurelius and Billy Joe are out amongst themselves. You guys have just finished decoding the message using the book and the coded message, sitting at a table within the confines of the Melfort Library, reading it off, which I believe I had it corrected.
Yeah.
You didn't correct it. Big Piss did not correct it.
Well, it's there's decoded message. We have that item now. In Chalice of a Thousand Souls.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I knew I made something for it. Decoded message. Yeah, okay, I made it. I totally forgot I made this. Yeah. I hope this message is decoded in a timely manner, as the information within is of the utmost importance in facing the devil himself. A patient at the Aqua Terrace Psychiatric Institution, Wagner, is the only man alive that has seen the inside of the castle. Not only this, but doing more research into you-know-who, I believe his child at home could hold clues into who he really is.
Wonderful.
So, the course of action for this party of adventurers is what?
Obviously, we need to go to Aqua Terrace.
Yeah. We need to find Wagner.
Agreed. Though, perhaps we should stock up on a little bit more supplies.
We went shopping in the last 7 days.
Oh, that is true.
Or if you want to go shop,
rations?
if you feel like you need some more things, whatever.
Let's see. I'm gonna buy another thing of trail rations.
So you guys are heading to the. I think I activated the map for you guys. You can see it.
You did.
The village of Milfort.
Ooh, pretty.
So, the current course of action is to, go to a general store, I presume?
Yeah, I want to pick up, Gildray wants to pick up trail rations.
Okay.
I suppose I should pick up some rations too. I am running late, as in I never actually gave myself any officially.
Okay. Going back, I'm assuming Vigrum, this part of the plan, so you're just going to go with them?
Yep.
See if I can get some ambient.
Market.
And I just realized I don't have a wine skin in my inventory.
That's like night.
So I will add water skin.
Well,
and trail
wine
rations.
skin is just a water skin full of wine.
Yes.
So just drink it. I can put water in it.
So, as you guys make your way to the general store, basically the same general store you guys were met with before the day prior, walking amongst the town. The town general store is called Paloxi's General Store. Walking in, the general store isn't super huge, as most general stores in the Shadowfell aren't that anything crazy. A small dwarven man sits behind the counter, working his books, as he just kind of nods and gestures towards you as you walk in. Not sure if he recognizes you or whatever, but people are just generally kind and let you shop. Let me go ahead and configure permissions, and we're going to see, and you can basically see what this shop has to offer. If you go ahead and head to journal entries, menus and inventory, you'll see Paloxi's General Store.
Oh, wow.
And this is basically this is like pretty general stuff that they have. I'm trying to figure out a way to you guys can actually buy shit and it minuses the gold, but that shit really isn't working. So for now, just let me know what you buy, and then add it to your inventory.
Dude, the bottle of air is kind of pog.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I know, right?
The what is pog?
The bottle of
air.
Yeah.
Sustaining spoon.
So I am going to buy trail rations. I'm gonna go ahead and deduct that from my inventory.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you can.
Actually, I'm gonna do that twice. Actually.
How much gold do we actually have, Ryan? What's the party's gold looking like?
What gold do you have on your character sheet?
Well, you said we can make cash orders.
Yeah.
What's the party gold?
Yeah, but not for small general store things.
Oh, like a 1,800 GP sustaining spoon? That's not a big purchase?
Oh, if you want to buy that.
Okay, so how much gold do we have?
Oh
Could
my
we
God.
afford that?
You can afford it, yeah, absolutely. The party gold right now, as it stands, collectively, that is not on you, is 8,698.
I mean, that's literally enough. That one spoon is enough rations every day for 4 people.
It has a substance. The substance has a flavor similar to that of warm, wet cardboard.
Okay, but it keeps you alive.
Gilderoy will not have this.
Put on a little bit more.
Feed up to 4 humans. Is this really worth our money?
That's up to everybody.
Gilderoy would pass.
Gilderoy
will
big
have
percentage.
the
I-
price of warm
For some reason, I knew rap was gonna be like, we need this sustaining spoon. For some reason, it's just a rap item.
Bro, think about all the space we would save. That's the main thing. Like, us all having to carry rations, or a spoon and each of us have a bowl. Or just one bowl. It doesn't even need to be multiple bowls.
The thing is, it doesn't even sustain us all.
That's just because we have too many people. I mean, it sustains all of us. It just doesn't sustain, Billy Joe and Aurelius.
Well, Gilderoy has options, but apparently people might be offended by this.
And I'm just gonna say here, it doesn't mention that you can't add things to the gruel. I'm just saying.
I will say the sustaining spoon, if you guys buy it, I will make it so that is
enough for everyone.
Is enough for everybody. But Raptor, the party seems pretty torn. You're gonna have to make a really good argument to Vigrum and Gilderoy that we need this $1,800 spoon.
You want me to make a charisma check to see if they agree?
No. This is all between
argue.
PCs.
Just
argue.
Yeah.
This is between PCs. You don't need to make any roll.
I'm just saying. I feel like our travel could be so much more efficient if we utilize this device instead of us having to each carry our own individualized rations.
So says the peasant.
But consider that it's a very large investment. Like, this is well over 10% of
I will take my
everything we
dried
have.
meats and my cheeses all day over the taste of, what does this thing do again? Oh god. Warm, wet cardboard, sir. No.
Okay, I don't see why you can't add things to the gruel, Gilderoy.
Do you care for carrying spices?
Well, it's easier to carry spices as opposed to carrying an entire sack full of food.
Ugh.
If you're so torn on carrying food, you can just hand your rations to someone else.
No, it's not about having to carry it. It's about efficiency.
What?
We're traveling. We're literally traveling planes, man. Okay, we're like.
If it's not about carrying food, then I don't see the problem.
There will be situations where we will not have ready access to acquiring more rations. That is the issue.
Ooh.
When we are traveling to these dangerous lands that we are going to, we may not always be able to acquire more rations.
Okay, but what about this? And then Gilderoy's walking around the general store and he points out there's a spyglass. Why not have this? Over whatever drivel that will give us.
Okay, what does the spyglass give us that is food?
Not warm, wet cardboard. Sure, spices
Gilderoy,
might be nice.
The spyglass costs almost as much as the spoon does.
Yes, and we're still throwing away money.
And all it does is magnify things. That's not worth it at all.
Which you know that Billy Joe can just do with his rifle.
Yeah. We already have a guy that does the same thing, but better. Because there's a gun attached to it.
Ah! And Gilderoy walks out of the store.
I'm gonna buy 5 rations.
Fine. I'm gonna buy 2 extra bags of feed for the horses.
Okay. You make your purchases with the small dwarf. who
Which is 2 bags of...
who, as you like had your argument, was kind of trying to eavesdrop, and wonder why 3 people were arguing over a spoon. You guys leave. Yeah, you guys make your purchases. You leave, and then for the sake of Aurelius and Billy Joe, whenever you guys leave, they'll join you, obviously. But we're gonna play out the remainder in Melfort with just you guys. Stepping out
where is
of
the general store, by the way?
The general store.
On the map.
We'll say the general store. How do you? Oh, so this is the general store.
Oh, damn it.
Alright.
Oh. How do we point again?
X.
That's so much better than the shit in Cody's tabletop.
The little finger. The little finger.
But it's like you have to like Control Alt or whatever.
Yeah.
Control
Yes.
Shift.
Stepping out of the general store. Yeah, stepping out of the general store, as you guys plant your feet on the path just coming out, a small halfling woman. This is like the city streets are like somewhat mildly populated with people going about, but this halfling woman kind of steps up to you, Reggie. How tall are you, by the way?
I am 5'9".
Okay, so she's like a good maybe 1 or 2 feet taller than you. Wearing like
Taller? You said half.
No, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Shorter. 1 or 2 feet shorter than you. My bad.
Big halfling.
Yeah. There's a huge halfling.
She's like 7
And in the halfling, Jesus.
She's tiny, wearing kind of like commoner garb, white and like with like a
linen.
rope belt. She's carrying a stack of papers, and you can kind of hear like sort of off in the distance a little bit. But as she approaches you, you kind of see like these papers. She's looking around. She looks at you, Reggie. Excuse me, do you have a moment?
What do you need?
There's a man here. She holds up a poster.
Is it a fucking wanted poster?
It is a wanted poster.
Oh shit.
Journals.
Basically, why you need privately rolling dice?
Because why not?
She says, "Here, this man, Ergen Moore, he was seen fleeing from a scene of a crime. If you see him, please turn him into the Arbiter." And she hands you the paper. The wanted poster should be in your journal entries under Chalice of a Thousand Souls arc. It's just a picture of a man. His name, kind of features. Ergen Moore is considered highly dangerous. Last seen fleeing the scene of a crime on Monarch Street on the 23rd of September, 1178, which is just a few days ago. The halfling woman, kind of like, as you take the paper, he seems to have sustained an injury in the fight. Please, if you do see him, 500 gold is the reward. He's highly dangerous. Spread the word, please.
Is he actually blinded in that eye?
We would presume so, but like I said, he was saw fleeing. We're not sure if he's left the town.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. If he's left town.
Well, we're not quite sure. This was several days ago. He used to live here, but again, we don't know very much information on this time. There's several people that were hurt. He's the only eyewitness to whatever happened. Pun intended.
Only one-eyed witness.
Yeah.
Well,
She just hands you the paper.
Right back.
It's a very quick interaction. She hands you the paper. She, as soon as you take it, she explains that, kind of turns around, excuse me, and to the next person as she continues on.
I will be right back. I've just got to put some things in the laundry.
You're good.
okay. Giljoy snags the paper out of his hands. Is this really worthwhile?
Yeah.
500 gold pieces. There's so much more we could be doing. Although,
That
for a
sounds like
single
it's
man, I
worth
suppose that's
investigation
worthwhile.
while it's just us out here.
Gilderoy kind of eyes
While
the
we're stuck in
streets.
town, might as well.
Yeah. Gilderoy kind of eyes the streets, kind of looking around to see what street he's on.
The street that you're on currently is,
We're like right outside the general store here, so.
yeah, that street is Lottie Street.
So.
Okay.
All right then. Gilderoy kind of starts wandering for just a moment, looking at the paper. Murark Street, it says.
Yeah, this street right here seems to be Lottie Street. This street is Main Street.
I'm gonna go around asking where Murark Street is.
Okay.
Direction.
Yeah, the first person you see is a very middle-aged human individual, kind of walking about with several things in his hands as you walk up to him. He just kind of stares at you.
Excuse me, do you know where Murark Street is? Can you point me?
Murark Street is you follow Main Street. You head right, and then it's right next to the mayor's house.
All right, thank you. I divulge this to Gilderoy, and I'm gonna start walking over to Murark.
Okay. You guys head around taking a right on Main Street. As you get to these crossroads right here, this street right here is labeled as Murark Street.
Okay.
Curious. It doesn't say where the scene of the crime is, just simply on Murark Street.
Yep, it's not very specific.
Unless you'd like to do the honors of asking, but where could one man go? Gilderoy's gonna kind of go up and down Murark Street to see if any buildings are like abandoned.
Okay. Kind of venturing along the road. You guys take probably about 30-45 minutes, I would say, yeah. To kind of investigate the road, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of thing that's like odd looking. All the places are either occupied with businesses or residential homes. The halfling woman did say that this crime took place several days ago, and then she just wanted you to kind of like keep an eye out. But any sort of like evidence or like, I mean, if you're trying to like solve this thing, it wouldn't be like visible.
No.
Everything was kind of inventoried by the arbiter of the town. But yeah, you don't find anything out of place.
He was just checking to see if there were like abandoned buildings where.
Yeah, no, like everything is either populated with a business or residential.
Well, at this point, we go sticking our noses and stirring up these commoners. We could just simply move on and try to find something else for us.
Well, it's 500 gold pieces. I think it's worth snooping around a little bit.
I'm curious, Ryan. Which direction did we come into town from?
You came into town
I
through
can't tell.
Yeah, through this way.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. We should at least explore the whole town before we.
I mean,
See if there's anything else of interest before we go.
Before you guys move on, just so you guys are aware, this Murark Street, the individual that told you, Vigrum, that it was by the mayor's house, this place right here is very large would be an understatement. It's very big for the rest of the town. which you can only presume to be
It's
the mayor's
huge.
office. Yeah, it's absolutely huge. Even with the high gate in
just
place.
look, it's like multiple houses worth of space.
Yeah, it's definitely a big plot of land housing what you can presume to be the mayor. But yeah, here's some like residential homes, some like shopkeepers and businesses. The tavern is this place right here.
Okay.
What is this?
That
I saw these lights on it.
Yeah, no, that is a very, very light alchemy slash. I don't even want to call it like a magic
Like
shop.
an apothecary.
Kind of, but it's a very light apothecary. And those are just like different colored signs hanging above his work. But yeah, you stand at the crossroads here of Merrick Street and Main Street.
I think it's worth bothering the mayor or mayor's assistant to get better information on this. We need some kind of direction that we're severely lacking right now. I'm gonna go. I guess knock on the door of
Okay.
the mayor's office.
You step over to the gate. Knock. Wait a few moments. Pound. Nobody seems to be answering this door.
Is there like some sort of signaling device?
No. It's just there doesn't appear to be anybody answering.
What is the time
I'm
of
gonna
day?
check if it's locked.
The time of it's currently probably like around. It would take you a little bit.
If it's like daytime.
Yeah, it's like 3.
3. Well, I don't see why we
Is it
can't just walk
locked?
in.
Can you just push it open?
No, it is locked. It is locked.
Oh.
Yeah, the mayor.
What?
Yeah, the mayor's gate would not just be open to people.
Is there a where's the Arbiter's office?
Arbiter's quarters are in the town square, kind of like this area.
Perhaps we should speak to the Arbiter.
Yeah.
Maybe he could get us in contact with the government.
By all means.
As you guys are having this conversation, still kind of like knock on the door a couple more times just to kind of make sure that there's no way of like getting in here. Aurelius and Billy Joe meet your presence as standing in the middle of these crosses, basically. Aurelius steps forward, Billy Joe kind of following behind as they kind of gesture just probably about a couple hundred feet away. Stepping up to you, Aurelius goes, "Well, this town doesn't seem to be that interesting."
Well, we've just caught wind that there may be a dangerous criminal around this area. And the reward for taking him out, or bringing him to the Arbiter at least, is 500 gold.
Gilderoy whips out the paper and shows it to him.
Aurelius takes a look at it, kind of Billy Joe peering over his shoulder, and Billy Joe kind of goes, "You know, with a town like this, it doesn't surprise me there are criminals about."
Of course, that's what I've been thinking.
Aurelius kind of takes a good minute to read over the paper. "Where did you find this?"
A woman was handing them out.
"What did she say?"
There was a crime that had taken place somewhere in this general vicinity, near the mayor's house. A few days ago, this person was seen leaving the site of the crime, and he's the only person that knows what truly happened. There were multiple people that were injured, possibly killed. She didn't really clarify.
Ergen Moore. And she didn't even know if Ergen Moore has already fled town.
But, Billy Joe, you're pretty good at tracking people, right?
I am, but 500 gold pieces. We have so much money.
It's still half 1,000 GP. That's rather significant.
I suppose.
Says the peasant. Either way, I'm gonna go take a look at that apothecary shop. Do whatever you would like.
I was just suggesting that we go speak to the arbiter, see if there was some more information that was possibly left out by this woman.
Then let's go to the arbiter then.
You're going to the apothecary's shop, I thought.
Well, I'm tired of your dilly-dallying.
Okay, so
I'm gonna start walking over.
what was that? What was that?
I'm gonna start walking over to the arbiter's office.
Okay. Making your
We
way.
need a party icon, Ryan. To be like.
Oh.
Let me see what I can find.
Let's make it like the A for Addajio or something. That'd be pretty slick.
Can y'all see that?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So as you've had this conversation, you're kind of like looking around, walking and talking again with people, just kind of meandering about, walking back and forth. Not a whole lot of activity, not a whole lot of noise.
Well, we're heading to the arbiters.
Yeah. Walking this way. Coming around, you come to the basically giant clock tower of the town. Stepping up to the arbiter's office, which basically looks like the same kind of building you saw in Accord off to the side. Where
Like standardized, it seems like.
Yeah, somewhat standardized. You come and you knock on the door. For a moment, nobody seems to answer.
Is there anyone on the street at all?
There's a couple people, either like groups of 2 or 3, like talking, or others carrying groceries from to and from somewhere.
Just seems odd that there's no one answering.
Yeah. What's going on in this town?
Is there someone nearby?
Maybe like 50 or 60 feet away.
Sir, ma'am.
Sir, it's a
Excuse me, sir.
it's a middle-aged guy. You know, you're like 50 or 60 feet away.
I'm gonna start walking towards him.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
We were wondering if we could speak to the arbiters.
Oh,
you occupied with something?
Oh yeah, you just walk in. The lady at the desk will kind of take your concern.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I apologize. We thought that the door was, had to have someone let us in.
No, it's completely all right. You don't seem like you're from around here, so.
No.
I'm sure all will be forgiven.
We just caught wind of this crime that took place. We were.
Oh.
Quite a few days ago.
Yes, the townsfolk did a really good job of cleaning that up, and well, let's just say it could have been worse, I feel.
So, thank you. We'll go speak with the arbiter, hopefully.
And he goes about his day.
Go back. Just push the door open.
Yeah, as you push the door open, you're met with kind of like a semi-long corridor that kind of breaks out into a larger room. Stepping inside, the building seems actually kind of like older, like in terms of like just scent and the way like walking inside, like the wood just seems very, very aged. Heading down the long corridor, though, the corridor branches out into a slightly bigger room where a half-elven lady sits behind a desk, kind of glasses down to her nose, long white silvery hair, an half-elf that kind of looks like oldish. As she kind of, as soon as you step in, like with your armor clanking, like this party makes a lot of noise. She looks up. What is your concern?
Oh, ma'am. Vikram, do you still have that wanted poster?
Yeah. I guess I hold it up. We're looking for further information on this criminal so that we might find him.
Ah, yes, the man who fled the scene a few days ago. Most of the information is classified as the investigation is still ongoing. If you see a man that looks like him, contact the Arbiter's office. He should only have one eye, as you could see. Artist description. We believe, as a couple eyewitnesses saw him fleeing, he had sustained an injury to the eye. So, the Arbiter's out for the evening. Is there any other questions that I can answer? I'm sorry, I'm deep into paperwork.
Really, we were just interested in more information, possibly helping with the investigation.
We're not really sure if he's fled town. He could be anywhere for this matter. It's really just a matter of keeping your eyes out as occurrences happen throughout the Shadowfell, and it's hard to keep track of everything.
Did anybody know this man in town before this happened?
We're not quite sure.
And does he have any family here?
That we're aware of? No.
Okay.
He seems to be out of town. Perhaps a native of Solemn, but he is not in our records whatsoever.
How did you acquire his name by chance, then?
Eyewitnesses at the tavern.
What tavern would that be?
Let me consult my notes.
It's right here.
I would assume it would be the tavern that's in town.
Well, I thought he was asking the name. The Grinning Gargoyle in town. You could speak with the barkeep, who said he spoke to him 4 days prior to the crime, asking some weird questions. Again, I don't promote any sort of private investigation, as if you were an accomplice of the victims, then I would suggest you leave this in the hands of the Arbiter. But I cannot keep you from doing what you want to do.
We're just
Thank you very much for your time, man.
Thank you.
She kind of looks back down. Would any of you like something to drink, a water, before you leave?
Actually, yeah, if you don't mind, that would be nice.
Sure. She hands you like a very disposable
Play cup or something?
Yeah, cup. Just like a little bit of fresh spring water to kind of refresh yourself.
Thank you.
How about we head to that tavern then?
We get a little bit of a stepper drink.
Head to the tavern?
Yeah.
Tavern!
Basic, I think you're muted.
There we are.
Also, what is this build?
You don't know, Raptor. You don't know what that
What is
building is.
It appears to be made of building materials.
Yeah. Wood.
But doesn't it have like any
Metal.
signage out front or anything?
No, it does not. Venturing to the tavern, it's only about, I want to say 5 o'clock or so. It's been a couple hours since you had walked there and you had spoken with the woman behind the desk, and then on the way to the tavern, it does appear to get dark fairly early in the Shadowfell. More so dark than it already is. But making your way to the tavern, let me see if I can bring you guys. I'm not sure if you guys can see it.
It got very dark, yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, just see anything, because I got my window in the back.
You can barely see.
Yeah, it's darkness in the Shadowfell is very dark. Making your way to the tavern, though, we are going to go ahead.
You have a tavern map?
I do have a tavern map, dude.
Hey!
I'm going to activate the scene. Everybody don't move. I'm going to like adjust everything.
Yeah.
And then say
Oh, I can see some spots that I'm assuming I'm not supposed to see, Ryan.
huh.
Right here.
Oh, yeah. It's due to lighting.
Also right there.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not perfect.
Okay.
This is very
Free to move around, I guess.
yeah, go ahead. Before you guys open any doors or anything, just like let me know. But stepping onto like the porch area, with 2 lights, you can kind of see into the windows a little bit. Stepping through the inn, you can kind of hear miscellaneous, or not miscellaneous, but like several conversations kind of happening all at once. As this tavern isn't like super populated, but there's a good amount of people in it. The barkeep behind the counter, kind of cleaning a glass, this bulky human male, blonde hair, blonde beard.
I'll grab us a table.
Okay.
I'll grab this table here.
All right. Yeah, tokens are kind of big,
Yeah.
but
3 very large men walk into a bar.
yeah.
I'll go get the drinks, I suppose.
Wonderful. This is like how I'm at home.
As you go and you step up to the barkeep, he's just kind of cleaning a glass. He's kind of looked at your party as you guys have walked in, not seemingly looking like anything from around here, as I've kind of reiterated many, many times. The human, as you step up, Reggie,
Yes.
what can I get you? Do you need a menu?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Sick. Check this out.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up? How's the losers going?
Wonderful.
Mid D&D session.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We're at a
like,
tavern.
I was about to say, it looks like you're in a tavern.
We're in the Shadowfell.
Well, yeah.
Very good.
Go ahead. At the table, there are various menus
So since you're in the
sitting around.
Shadowfell, has anyone died yet?
No.
Dang. You guys are what, 3 sessions?
Is there a menu, Sean? Is there... Not Sean. Ryan. Is there an actual physical menu?
Yes.
Yes, Ryan looks so similar and sounds so similar that he can be confused for me.
Menus and inventory go to taverns.
I see.
Everybody at the table also sees this as well.
What the heck are these prices? Fried hot tenders for $1.50?
Absolutely.
A whole
The
chicken,
Shadowfell.
a whole chicken basket for 2.2 gold? Oh my god. And I thought inflation in America was bad.
They have 8,000 gold. Bro. I gotta do something about it.
8,000 gold.
Okay, but the amount of wealth you have and this inflation is something else.
See.
What can I get you?
I'll discuss with my party, but I just also have some questions for you. May I ask your name?
My name? Let me consult my notes.
The name is Let Me Consult My Notes.
You're gonna have to make that a meme, Ryan. The end of the campaign. Like the meme with the guy with like the glasses and he's like,
My name? Foreign.
Thorin. Nice to meet you. My name is Reggie.
Nice to meet you, Reggie. You don't look like you're from around here.
Very observant of you, sir. No, we're not. We were just coming through town and happened to stumble across some information that was rather disturbing about this crime that occurred a few days ago.
Oh, you're talking about the murder. Yes.
I was wondering if I could ask you some questions.
Do you work for the Arbiter?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Are you a friend or family of the victims?
Let's just say we're interested in stopping crime wherever we go.
So you're a private organization?
Yes.
Well, I'll be honest, as he kind of like puts the drink down, reaches under the table, kind of like moving things about. I don't really know much about what's going on. All I've told the Arbiter and his associates is that a guy came in matching the description that they gave me, and that's pretty much it. He didn't ask for much. He ordered an ale, said one, maybe 2 words, ordered a room for one night, and that was it.
Did he speak with anyone while he was here? Besides you?
That I'm aware of, no.
While we're at it, I'll order a round of the Golden Sandbrews. Actually, Dragon's Breath beer.
Okay. As he takes a glass, he goes over to one of the far taps. Actually, behind him. Goes to a tap behind him. Pours it out. As this thing comes out of the spout, it's like an amber dark reddish kind of brown. As it kind of...
Like a cinnamon color.
Sort of. As it like kind of sits at the bottom, and as the beer kind of like refracts less and less light, it becomes more light at the top. So it's like a very ambient, like a gradient type drink. As he sets it in front of you. Nah, it's got a little bit of froth. It's got a little bit of froth.
Smell.
The smell is of like a campfire. As he sets the glass in front of you, takes your money.
How about we get a fried chicken basket too?
And he kind of like gestures over to you, hears you. Is there anything else that it... Oh my god, the cat. He looks at Reggie. Is there anything else that, any other questions that you would like to ask? Like I said, I don't really know much.
Not that I can think of now. I do thank you for your time. And how much total was that? So it's 5 beers. So that's 12 GP, right?
4 GP per beer. So that's 20.
20. And then 22 and a half.
Yeah.
22 and a quarter, actually.
Yeah, 22.2, so that's 2 silver.
Okay. Reggie, as you take a sip of the Dragon's Breath for the very first time, you feel this warm sensation kind of like overcome your tongue and teeth as it's not very thick. It's and it's not really light either. It's just very soothing, I would say, as it kind of like, it doesn't, I don't want to say burn, but it definitely like provides like a hot sensation as it goes down your throat into your stomach. Makes you feel a little bit, makes you feel a little good. It's a little strong. However, as...
Bring the round to the table.
Yeah. He sets the beers out after pouring them. Tell your friend that the chicken's going to be a minute.
Sure. I tip him an extra 5 gold.
Okay.
Because I had to ask him questions.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. He accepts the five gold and goes about his business. Right about this time, you see a man step out, holding boxes. He kind of looks around at you guys very awkwardly because you guys don't, look like Shadowfell natives. Drops the boxes, turns around, and walks back.
Like where?
Into this door.
Where? That door? Oh, so he came out, dropped some boxes like over here or something?
Yeah, did you see him walk out?
No, I did not. I had my character sheet open.
Oh. Yeah, he dropped some boxes like right here, and then walk back.
Okay. Did he look familiar at all?
No, he did not look familiar.
Let's see. Looking at the menu.
We do have a bucket of chicken.
We do have a bucket of chicken, yes.
Reggie, when you were speaking with him, did you pick up on him hiding anything from you?
He seems to be very open. He really seemed like he didn't have much information to give. And the information that we basically already had, besides the fact that he also had taken a room for the night. So we may want to check out that room. I didn't ask about that, but otherwise, I'm saying.
Well,
Gilderoy kind of slowly gets up out of his chair and heads up to the barkeep. Yeah, I'd like to order a bed suite, please.
Where did Gilderoy's character go?
Where did Gilderoy's character? He's right here.
Oh, what the fuck?
Fucking, he's sitting on my lap, asshole.
I was like,
sitting on my lap, asshole.
I was there first.
okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Gilderoy. I just didn't see your character.
Yes. So, I would like to order a one bed suite.
One bed suite. Okay.
Yes.
Kind of consults me. Yeah, that's that'll be 5 GP just for one night.
Of course.
Okay. Takes the
And
5 gold. He looks under the countertop for just a moment. You can hear some like shuffling. Takes out a key. It's a fairly large key. Plops it on the table. Enjoy your stay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And I suppose the rest of us are fine with 2 bed?
Yeah, I would like for one of us to take the room that guy was in before.
Could be the 1 bed suite. But
I didn't ask.
we don't exactly know.
Vigor, would you be willing to ask? I don't want to bother them in it. Personally. It's okay if you don't want to. I'll ask him again.
You see, coming from the back rooms, the guy carrying the boxes one more time. He steps out, sets the boxes down. Yeah, you. He points at you, Reggie. You, there's some boxes down. Would you mind helping me out?
Sure. Why not?
And he kind of goes down into the basement.
I'll be right back, guys.
So you go ahead. Go ahead. You go down to the basement.
I don't know how to. What do you mean? Can you open the door?
No. Down to the stairs to your right.
I can barely even see them. My vision wasn't even showing the stairs. It's showing me back out. Okay. I can see myself back outside. Like. There we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where the fuck did you go? Okay.
I can't see shit down here.
Oh. Let me get you a. Wait, where did you go?
I didn't touch my controls.
God damn it! Here, let me add you back. Okay.
I'm not touching anything, Ryan. My hands are off my keyboard.
Yeah, sure. Okay. There, we'll give you some light.
I'm still. I see myself on the over. Like I see myself standing next to Gilderoy, outside.
Mr. Gilderoy outside. Gilderoy's not outside. What?
I'm Ryan. Look here.
All right, are you good? Are you in the basement?
1 second. Am I fine? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good. Fine.
Okay.
I don't know what was happening.
He is having struggles.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Anyways, as you peer down into the basement, we'll go ahead. The guy, the gentleman behind you, is following. As you kind of come around, he leads you this way.
Can't see anything. I actually can't see at all.
You should be able to see.
I can't.
Reload.
Hold on.
Get good.
Like here, Ryan.
Like, what about now?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Rap in your computer, dog. Rap's
computer,
headphones,
it's
Rap's
you.
computer.
It's you.
Yeah, okay.
Not me this time.
As he kind of comes around, he leads you this way. There are several people in this basement that you can see. Very of large stature humans. Various things kind of spread about the tables, as you can see down here. One of the humans, this guy right here.
Which one? I can't see your pointer.
This one right here.
Ah.
Oh, I wasn't pointing. I moved him.
Yes.
The guy who's carrying the boxes, or who did carry the boxes, kind of turns to you. Yeah, you seem like an outsider. You know, I didn't invite you down here to carry any boxes. We, however, invited you down here for an opportunity.
What opportunity with that?
You look like someone who's seen quite a few battles, I reckon. What's your name? As these individuals step up.
You wouldn't be wrong. My name is Reggie.
Reggie. I like that. Listen. There are a select few here in the Shadowfell who'd be willing to put up their fists for respect. And in some cases, well, scratch that. Most cases, money. We here at the Grinning Gargoyle host
Ryan, is this an underground fight club?
an underground basement brawl here in Melfort. A fight club, ding ding ding, if you will. Many taverns in this region offer such entertainment, as it's not very well regulated in the Shadowfell, and as far as I'm aware, isn't even really illegal. However, in Mirrodin, it is very illegal, but still well practiced among many of the taverns, especially in Westrond and Winterhome. I see your friends out there are healthy individuals as well, if they wish to fight in the middleweight or lightweight class. And fights convene here at midnight, at least for you. So, what do you say?
So
They're all very intimidating around you too, like
Does this guy look? How does this guy look?
sketchy. He looks how he looks. You're looking at him, he's sketchy.
I'd say I'm interested.
Well, be back here at midnight. And
Where
then
would you like for us to? I don't. Do you want me to come downstairs? Do you want me to wait by the bar? I don't.
well, that depends. Did you buy a room here, or are you going back?
We are about to.
Okay, that makes things a little bit easier. Meet in the bar area. The barkeep will send you down.
Okay. I'll see if any of my companions are interested, but many of them are the brawling type guy.
Understood. And one of them kind of grabs a giant crate from under the table. And, like, he's holding it in front of you, and he says, "See you there." And he just drops it in your hands. Reggie. As this...
I have a feeling you're gonna make me fight that man.
And this man kind of goes up. He grabs some boxes, and he goes back up.
All right. Now I'm outside again.
I don't
It's so
see your,
weird.
I don't see your token on the map, so I don't know how you're outside.
He's become ever present.
Like I'm
Like, what do you mean outside?
like Ryan here. Let me stream this to you on Discord.
I'm curious. I'm gonna take a look too.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, wait, maybe...
If your internet was good.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what's going on.
This is what was happening to me when I was trying to go down the stairs. So I would go down the stairs, and it would, like, duplicate me outside. And I couldn't... Oh, now I can't see anything.
Yes, hold on.
You're not only the token with any vision in this scene.
Chill, hold on. We're gonna get you something. I'm working out the fucking kinks. All right, you see now?
Yeah. So I don't know what was going on, Ryan.
I know what was going on. It's okay.
I see.
We're learning. It's a new system. You see Richie kind of come out, slap some boxes down on the ground, and you know,
I
it
nod
doesn't.
to the guy.
Yeah. He drops his boxes and he goes back down.
So,
I
Reggie,
feel like-
did you figure out what was going on down there?
No. I may have found out why the gentleman decided to spend the night here.
And?
I sort of have everyone come in a little bit, like everybody pull their seats in so we can talk a little bit more quietly. You know, instead of having to be so boisterous.
Okay.
There is a fight downstairs.
A fight club?
Completely unregulated.
Get closer to your mic, Rep.
Yeah.
I'll have to adjust my sensitivity in Discord.
I love Raptor. He's such a meme.
Yeah.
What second fucker?
Killjoy, at the mention of a fight club, he's just kind of sitting there aloof.
So, they convene here at midnight. And that may have been why the gentleman decided to spend the night. Relius, are you interested?
I would be willing to bet that I could beat at least some of these guys to pulp.
Gonna make Ryan play Nick in a fight club.
In a fight club, yeah. Nick loses.
Yeah, you got a broken arm, man. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
I'm just imagining it after the thing that we saw with him with the last session. He just goes wolf mode.
Not one.
So, what now?
Well, I'll see about getting us a room. Would anyone else be interested in joining me?
The lady, or a lady, kind of comes out, or goes back, comes out with a tray of the chicken tenders you guys wanted, plops them on the table. They are golden perfect. Steam
Did they
kind
come
of
with
coming
any sauce or anything?
They come with like this very like reddish white sauce that you can't quite you don't quite know.
Marinara-ish?
No, it's like it's like a ranch based, but it's not ranch. It's like a reddish white
Sauce. Okay.
I'll eat
Thank
my
you.
share.
Tendies, my favorite.
tendies, bro. Tendies in D&D.
Yeah.
I tip her a GP.
Okay, she takes it, puts it. Thank you very much.
I'll eat my share and head over to the barkeep.
Okay.
I'd like a one bed room for the night.
1 bedroom? Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I just realized what I did.
He consults the price again. 2 GP, just for 1 night, correct? With your friends?
Yeah.
Is anybody else going to be ordering any sort of rooms? I just want to knock this all out all at once.
Me too. I walk up with like a chicken tender like in my hand, like eating.
Enjoying the chicken tenders much, yes?
Oh, that sauce is very good.
It's house made.
Well, compliments to the chef.
So 2 GP for 1 room. Your friend over there has already gotten the suite.
I am interested in the room that that gentleman rented. It's available.
Let me think back. I don't believe I quite remember. I believe it might have been it might have been this one, and he holds the key in his hand.
I just want to see if there might be anything left behind.
Well, as you can quite understand, sir, I don't know who you are, and you work for a private organization, so I'd be willing to do a walkthrough with you and come up there with you. However, I'm not going to just give you the key unless you would like to rent a room for the night.
That's what I'm saying. I would like to rent that room.
Okay.
For tonight.
That will be 2 GP. Subtract gold. He hands you the key. Bigram, you have your key. Aurelius and Billy Joe decide to share a room. So Billy Joe walks up. And about rooms, me and this guy are gonna share a room, so just one. Well, actually, we'll get to 2-bed. And throws him 3 GP. Man hands him the keys.
Man just vibing. Vibing slightly further down the stairs.
Giljoy starts wandering around, kind of
I
inspecting
still
the
can't
place.
see shit over here, Ryan. It's like...
I don't know how you hold on, stop. I think, maybe because I had to re-add your token. There you go.
There we go.
Should be a little bit better.
Is there a door that goes to this side of the tavern?
It's kind of like an open walkway.
What are these tables?
I think they're used for eating off of.
Yeah, they're tables.
I thought it was like a pool table or something. I don't know.
No, they're like, picnic tables.
Is there any like sign on this stage for like when entertainment starts?
No,
Okay.
not at the moment.
Giljoy is going to retreat to a suite. I'm assuming this is where the suites are, the door that I'm standing at.
Yeah, they're upstairs.
Wonderful.
Actually, before you guys go upstairs, 1 second. Let me make a small change real quick, just so this rap doesn't get fucked up again.
So what was happening?
Something.
It was like putting me on multiple layers at once or something somehow?
His mind attempted to be in 2 places.
Yeah, if you guys try to go upstairs, try to go upstairs now.
So do we know which rooms are which? Like, is there a door with the number labeled on the key I have?
Yes. Gildroy, your number corresponds with this room. Rap, yours corresponds with this room. And Vigram's, you just got a 1-bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Yours corresponds with this one down here.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, your room should be open.
All right.
Come here.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate with you.
And Giljoy is going to study.
We're just gonna give the room a once over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see here. Where is it?
Just kind of scouring everything, looking under the bed, in the cupboards, anything.
How do I roll a? Here we go. Oh, well, shit.
You're doing a search check. Okay. Peering around the room, there doesn't seem to be really anything. Normally with inns and stuff, they'll clean the room and dispose of any sort of leftover things. It's clean. It's clean. It doesn't appear to show any signs of past residents. And same with you, Vigram. You don't find anything.
All right.
don't see anything.
Well,
All right. Oh, there goes Rap
yeah.
from Discord.
I don't think
Still
he
in the
knows.
Zoom call.
I don't think he knows. Look. Wait. You're going to join in a second.
Raptor. You can't hear us.
No, he can't. He's going to notice in a second.
Yeah.
While he reconnects, I'm going to use the restroom. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
Yerp.
Oh man. He knows now. Yeah.
Dude, I did an Uber Eats order and I'm pretty sure the person got lost. Oh, hey, look, he's back.
I don't know what happened. But it doesn't seem like there's anything here, Big.
We got some loose ends here.
Would you like to join me tonight?
What?
In the fighting arena downstairs.
Oh.
I feel like that may be our only lead.
All right.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Do you have to participate to be down there, or can you just watch?
I do not know.
Do you know if there are any rules?
From what I understand, I think the whole point is that there aren't any.
Okay. Understood.
I do know that there are weight classes.
I'll come down with you. Is there a time that this takes
Midnight.
place? Midnight?
Yes.
Come
Is there a
midnight.
clock? Is there a clock in the room?
Yeah, it's about. What time did you guys get there? It's probably like 7.
Come midnight. I'll
So 3 hours.
meet with you, and head down.
I think Aurelius shall be joining us too.
Yeah.
I'll go inform him.
All right.
All right. So
Which
I
room
kind
did
of,
Aurelius and them take?
I'm gonna move them to their rooms in a second.
I've been keeping track myself, Ryan. I'm gonna go ahead and take away my scroll of command undead, and I'm gonna add it to my spell list.
Okay. They chose this one right here. Rip. And you can see Aurelius just kind of each of them sitting on their own beds. Reggie?
So, I just wanted to speak with you about the arena team. If
Okay.
you're still interested.
Yeah, absolutely.
It takes place at midnight, and we meet in the bar downstairs. So
Okay.
you've done 3 hours. I do not know the rules. All I know is that they have a weight class system.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm guessing what, heavyweight, lightweight?
Don't have anything better to do.
Well, what do you want to do in the meantime?
It seems like Gilderoy's studying something. I think Vikram went to relax. I think it may be in our best interest to be, just well prepared. Make sure that your weapons are sharp.
I would like to speak about something.
Yes.
And he gestures you to close the door, and you go behind you. Shut the door.
I was gonna shut it, but sure.
We need to have a plan B if things, for me,
Go south.
well, going south is an understatement. What if what happens tonight in the basement? What if the same thing happens when we encounter those creatures? What if I turn again? I need you guys to have my back.
Yes, we do. I just think that it might break in a little bit more cash for the arena.
I don't know their outlook on people like myself is my concern.
I mean, have I ever heard of anyone being against like shapeshifters or
You've
anything
heard
like that?
you've heard more stories of people being against them than for them.
Okay. Well, they tries to raise their hand against you, they raise their hand against us all.
Thank you. I just needed to know that.
And I'm already going there to punch someone. Doesn't matter who.
Boys, Nick said he's gonna be on soon, so this is perfect.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
Oh, champ.
Yeah, it's great. It's great timing.
Um,
Go ahead.
So I can't exactly leave Brutus outside. So I want to discuss with the Tavern Keep about my situation on I gotta bring Brutus into the room so that he doesn't
Okay.
Shit up.
cause any
Or get fucked up.
For the time, we'll say that you would have had to leave Brutus outside.
yeah.
As I feel like it's kind of like
Sure.
the go-to default thing anytime you go somewhere is to just like, okay, wait out here. He's like a horse. You just tie him up to the fucking thing and like go about your way.
It's a massive fucking gorilla.
It's so big, dude. It's so big. It's so like, what do I do, man? Like,
He's just like
It barely
shoving
fits in the
tables out of his
doorways.
way as I bring him up.
okay. There is going to be some sort of like combat. If you guys are going through a dungeon, like how Brutus like moves and stuff that we'll get to in the future. But any sort of 5-foot doorway he can squeeze through.
Yeah.
Are you talking to the barkeep first, or are you bringing Brutus inside?
I'm talking to the barkeep first.
Okay.
He's not gonna be an asshole. By the way, this is my monkey Brutus.
Yeah, monkey.
Yeah, he just barges in. So I'm a druid. I've had an animal companion that I've trained very well trained over a long period of time. He is a gorilla. He's very large, but he won't hurt anybody unprovoked. But I can't leave him outside because misunderstandings have happened before where I leave him somewhere and people don't really understand that he can be docile. I need to bring him into my room, so we need to move a table out of the way.
The barkeep already kind of is kind of getting what you're getting at. It's just slightly before you can finish, he speaks up. Listen, I understand your situation. Somewhat. Can I at least meet this thing first?
Yeah, I left him outside.
Okay. He goes over.
You leaving, Sean? Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Bye,
All
Sean.
the homies say goodbye.
Bye, guys. I'll miss you.
Bye,
What
Sean.
is the current objective of the adventure?
Find
right now?
a criminal for 500 GP and also participate in a arena fight later.
What is this criminal being accused of?
Murdering someone.
Okay, does this person matter?
No.
Okay, so why does it matter?
Because it's 500 GP.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's RP dudes and they chase every red herring.
Yes. There's some significance
We're
to it,
just
I
really
swear.
into gingers, right?
I'm curious, actually. I was looking at the photo, and I was looking at the portraits of all of our characters. All of our characters, except for me, kind of fit the description somewhat. We just need to give them an eye patch.
Yeah, you could totally probably look at that and be like, oh, that's Aurelius.
It's Aurelius.
You and the barkeep, Vigrum, step outside as
Yeah.
Brutus is just kind of like right on the
Curled up.
entrance of the porch area, and the barkeep just stands there. Oh my god. How he looks back at the door. How can he squeeze through?
Yeah, he's. I've taken him through doorways before. He won't get upset if he's trying to squeeze into a sort of tight spot, so he can get through.
Brutus kind of analyzing this conversation between his master and this tall, blonde-haired human as he's just kind of like pawing at the ground, making grunt noises.
Weird noises.
The barkeep.
Welcome.
The barkeep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Get in the Zoom call.
Your
Yeah,
timing
working
is
on it.
impeccable.
Of course it is.
It really is no legitimate.
I believe it. I can see there's been updated pictures.
I've gotten you into a situation that you're gonna have to deal with.
Oh, I love it.
The barkeep goes, just one. Give me one moment. Stay right here.
Yeah.
He goes in, shuts the door, and you hear just like this faint behind the door. All right, listen, everyone. There's going to be a large gorilla coming through here. I promise he is safe. Just do not make eye contact.
Just gonna imagine
What-
Brutus comes
what
in,
is
somebody
going
looks
on?
at him.
He just walked into
So-
this.
We're
Right now.
we're inviting the grape ape into the tavern.
The grape ape.
But
Nick,
do
let me
like
send you
Gorilla
the link.
2.0?
Come on.
He kind of the barkeep opens the door. He opens, it's double door, so he opens the left side door and kind of holds it open, and he gestures towards you to kind of open the other one. As you guys step back into the bar, holding the doors open as wide as possible. I'm gonna kind of move Brutus.
Yeah, I'm just gesturing him to follow.
Oh my god! And you hear like small, like gasps. some people, other people make like looking at it for a split second, and then going back down to their food, drinking or whatever. Not really.
Yeah.
Brutus just kind of like looking around. As you've well tamed him. He's pretty smart.
Yeah,
in some
I'm
regard.
gonna like hold a bit of his food out,
Okay.
just so he's like focused on that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
He kind of like
poke through this
he
tiny
stumbles over a
door.
table, kicking the chair out from under, and it just kind of like
Yeah.
falls. Kind of looking around the table, he's like peering around. He sees like a tankard on the table, and he like picks it up, and he's still moving with you.
Yeah.
And the barkeep just is like shaking his head, like Brutus just has this tankard in his hand.
Is he drinking it?
No, he's not drinking it. He's just like holding it as like a toy.
I'm working on it. I'm almost there.
Oh, I think I got the same thing that happened to Rap.
All
Where
right.
you're like in two locations at once?
Yeah. Chill. I got it. Or wait.
How do I? What is the
Oh.
website called again?
It's not a website.
What is it?
It's a link.
You put it in the URL.
Just click on the link.
Oh, I see it now. I just was looking at the wrong chat. Oh, that's not.
There we go. And let me.
Okay.
I know exactly what's going wrong, and then we'll get to it. Hey,
Hello.
All right.
There we
Oh my God! It's Nicholas Shore, the big piss himself.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna configure everything. Bring this up. Bring this up. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Nick, you in here? Are you in?
I'm working on it. I can't find the link anywhere.
It's. I messaged it to you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you messaged it. I see.
So yeah, your player name's gonna be Nick, obviously, and then password is your character.
Yeah, I
name.
got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I remembered.
Marcus Aurelius Grimnar.
I have arrived.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, you're here. So do you see your character? You see Reggie in front of you?
I do.
Okay, so to kind of bring you up to speed, you guys were in Melfort after you guys decoded the message. There was a halfling woman going around with a wanted poster. Said that there's this guy named Ergen Moore who committed a crime several days ago. Just keep an eye out for him. You should see in your journal wanted poster. It should be under the Chalice of a Thousand Souls arc. That's the wanted poster that she kind of gave up, but she kind of just said, like, keep an eye out, and was like going to other people and kind of saying, there's this guy, whatever. That was a small encounter. Then they decided to go to the mayor to check it out, go to the street. The mayor didn't answer. They went to the arbiter. The arbiter was out. The half-elven woman behind the counter said that the barkeep at the tavern in town, the Grinning Gargoyle, had spoken to the man several days prior, and that the man had rented a room. So now the party is at the tavern. They just got rooms and drinks and food, and were just made aware of a underground fight club that convenes at midnight.
Which
no.
I have invited you to participate in.
I accept.
And yeah, Reggie just kind of came in and wanted to like talk about it. Right before Vigrum like brought Brutus in, went downstairs and talked to the barkeep and everything. Aurelius was just kind of expressing his concerns. He was totally on board for the fight club. However, he doesn't want what happened with the encounter with the creatures to happen tonight. So he was just kind of expressing his concerns. But the whole plan right now is to kind of like at midnight meet in the bar downstairs and go from there.
Okay.
And I had just said, you'd been. I'm worried if I change again.
Yes, of course.
Something. And I was like, if they raise their hand against you, they raise their hand against all of us. And
Accurate.
I'm going there to punch someone. It doesn't matter who.
Gildroy, what have you been doing in your one-bed suite that you've just been chilling in?
I just studying.
Okay.
Studying the scroll. Unless you want to just get that done and over with and just say that's done now.
How long does it normally take?
I kind of just quickly ruled it as it takes a couple of days of study.
Yeah.
So
you're basically just gaining a spell, right?
Basically just gaining a spell.
That's insane.
There's this whole process that the rulebook says, but we could just skip that if you want to do that.
Well, I don't want it to where you just have scrolls and you're just learning spells left and right. So we'll give it a few days.
Yeah,
Give
that's
it
how wizards are fucking nuts like that. Just being able to learn spells by reading other wizard spell books and shit.
Yeah.
Insane. Anyways, yeah, it's about 7-8 o'clock right now. As you guys have this conversation, is there anything else you guys would like to do during this time?
After getting Brutus into the room and settled down, I'm gonna knock on their door where I'm hearing them talk.
Okay, it's over here.
Oh.
You knock on the wrong door. As you like make your way to the other door opens up and it's just an old lady like, do you want anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for a friend.
And she shuts the door before you finish.
Do I hear him talking outside?
Well, what do you do, Vikram? Do you like knock or you walk in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna knock and. Can I come in?
Sure, join us.
Yes, please.
I'll sit on the foot of Billy Joe's bed. like we're at a sleepover.
Kicking your legs.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Oh no.
Shut the door.
Am I like
Oh,
just
yeah,
waking up
sure.
at this point? Is that what's going on?
No,
No.
Or have I? Okay.
We haven't slept yet. It's
Okay.
still
Okay.
we're just getting
Gotcha.
settled in the rooms, and I
Yep.
just wanted to come talk to you.
Yep.
You know, in a more private space
I-
as opposed to the middle of the end.
I appreciate the trust and still in bringing this to me
Yeah, I did.
because it's definitely something I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So
So Aurelius is in Vigro,
yeah,
but we just need to have his back in case he changes again.
Ideally, that
Right.
won't be the case.
Right, but we need to
usually-
have contingency plans.
Usually,
You know-
I have a lot more control over it.
do you know exactly what triggered that to happen?
It hasn't happened in a very long time, but the last time it had, it seems to only occur after I've been mortally wounded, or hit badly
All right.
when I'm injured.
It's like a reflex,
Yes, I don't.
so to say.
Like I said, I can normally control it, but who knows? The Shadowfell has a different take on it.
Very well. I'll keep that in mind, but I don't think I'm gonna participate. I'm just gonna watch if I can. Try and figure out if there's anything more going on.
That's probably a good idea. We shouldn't all be focused on the slinging fists.
Yeah, because my guess was that may be the reason why the gentleman decided to stay here at all. Because he only stayed for one night.
Yeah.
True.
Well, is there anything else?
Do you all have any questions you'd like to ask me? I'll answer whatever I can.
Do you have some curse on you? Is that what's happening?
You could call it a curse. In a way. From what I've gathered, I believe it's a form of lycanthropy.
How did it come about?
It's a long story. But to make it a short one, I was attacked one night on my way home from doing what my profession was as a gladiator. And I just remember waking up the next day covered in blood.
Understood.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I wanted to know.
Me as well.
Shall
So I'll
we
leave you to your business.
Shall we question Gilderoy? I mean,
I don't know how much questioning there is to do there. He made it pretty obvious.
right, but to have something so major hidden away so easily like that,
Me.
there must be other things we don't know about.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more. I don't find Gilderoy's magic to be dangerous to us.
I wouldn't say that.
I'd say that Aurelius, in that form, you could have possibly been dangerous.
I agree. I'm not denying that.
But, so I feel like we should possibly wait for Gilderoy to come to that decision. So,
Come to what decision? To tell us what's going on?
yeah, or maybe at least we should wait for a more, peaceful time, where we're traveling or something, as opposed to in the middle of a town.
Can you really
I
trust
agree.
him to do that?
I mean, we can confront him about it. I just don't feel like this is the time.
Well, we've got nothing but time right now to kill before midnight.
This is true.
You guys think it's in the best interest? Sure.
I mean, I surely think so.
I understand both of your points. It needs to be brought up soon, but Reggie has a point in that maybe the middle of a bustling tavern isn't the best choice. That's frowned upon by a lot of people. He got lucky that one of us doesn't despise it as much as some other people would.
At
Okay.
least there aren't any paladins around.
My point exactly.
All right, I'll drop it, I suppose. But we definitely need to have a conversation soon.
That is
Absolutely.
agreed.
Lack of communication is.
Perhaps on our way to Akura Terrace.
It's the seed to distrust that will break people apart. But yeah,
Noted.
let's just wait, I suppose.
Okay, so the current plan is to kind of just let the time pass by up here in your guys' rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, let me kind of, yeah, you guys go about doing your own thing. For the meantime, let me kind of bring you guys as the time passes into your own rooms. What's up,
Could
Dib?
I do a search check on my own room just to make sure that there's nothing suspect?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
No homies under the bed.
Well, how else are they gonna kiss you goodnight?
No homies in the closet, just himself.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like light some candles and meditate.
I'll just do some light exercise.
You making that search check?
Yeah. Did it go public or was it private?
Nothing came up.
Nothing came up. That was private then. I do have the result, but you want me to just roll it again?
Yes.
Da.
Oh damn.
Oh, hey, that one's better.
That's some nice dice right there, bro. What the hell? Yeah, with a 19, you scour this place. And much like you would expect from an inn, there doesn't seem to be any sort of, I guess, ill intent as to the status of the room. It all appears to be clean, well kept, and nothing that would pique your interest. It would be suspicious.
Oh, wonderful. Me and Tedric shall rest easy.
All right. With everybody in your rooms, we'll go ahead and bring it to this scene, which should be much of the same. Can everybody see?
It's much darker.
Yeah, but hold on. Before you guys leave.
Yeah, I can see. I can just only see my room.
Yeah. It's because it's a different scene. But as the time goes by, waiting for it to get, midnight, it becomes darker within the place. It's probably now right around 11:20.
Good time to start the day.
It's about time to convene together, and let me take this off. Bring this down.
Knock on Aurelius's door.
Aurelius?
Who is it?
It's me. It's time to go.
All right, let's not waste any time.
I'll get the big room.
Yeah, before you guys go downstairs, yeah, just get everybody.
This is his room, right?
Yes.
I knock.
Oh,
Where did-
yes.
Oh,
Is it time?
it
Yes.
is.
Very well.
Gilderoy hearing the pitter pattering of feet.
I go through it. We're going to the fighting arena if you'd like to join us.
Oh, I shall spectate.
All right, try to go down.
No, it doesn't work.
Ah!
We've been bamboozled.
It worked. It worked earlier, boys.
I
Promise.
walked through the fourth wall.
It's the infinite staircase.
All right, stop moving. Stop moving. Fuck.
You fucking retards, quit it.
I'm just gonna drag you guys there.
Ah!
Whee!
Unnatural forces have lifted me.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Like hurtling through the ground. Oh, the door's locked.
Well, yeah.
It's the door to go back out to the.
Oh, yeah, no, it's locked.
Is it supposed to be locked?
It's locked.
Knock
what
on
about
the
the door
damn
next to you?
door.
Oh.
You could see
Hello?
walking into this room, a man carrying a hammer. Assumed to be the guy working in the back. And you see a table, just full of weapons. As you walk in, Reggie, since you're the first one to go in, he gestures towards you. All right, lay your weapons
Some
on the table.
companions that decided to join us.
That's perfectly fine. The more the merrier. Now, if you could please set your weapons on the table before you head out, we would really appreciate it.
Just so everybody can actually get in here.
All right.
Where's Gilderoy? I just place my hands on the table.
Very funny.
I place both my swords on the table. I think those are the only
Gilderoy-
weapons I have.
Yeah, and I'll place my sling and scimitar on there as well.
Gilderoy places down his whatever items, whatever weapons he has on him, his light crossbow and light mace.
I have
Okay.
no weapons but my fists.
As you put all of your weapons on the table, stand straight. The man says, okay, now they're going to reiterate down there what the rules are. But, as many of you know, just exercise common sense. This is a brawl. Use your fists. Use your mind. If there are any weapons that are hidden, consequences will be met.
No Gilderoy.
Hmm?
No magic. If you're participating, unless you're just spectating.
No magic whatsoever. We don't want any sort of funny business between who wins and who loses, and if there's any sort of intervention.
Aurelius just kind of like cracks his neck a couple times and says, I'll show you how it's done, and lay my swords down and begin to continue.
Okay.
Is it through this door?
It's through this door. Yeah, next to you.
Next to me, okay.
And
It's
y'all
okay
head
for
down.
them to just spectate.
And before you go any further, it's just because there was some like shit. Let me see if I can.
I'm just checking with him before I let them go down that it's okay for them to spectate and not participate.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Alright.
is this?
Try to go down.
Hold on one sec. Okay. Hey, it worked.
Hey. So as you come down there, Aurelius, you see a guy kind of like over here, and he's like, you kind of went the right way, but he's gesturing towards you to go over here.
Okay.
Anybody else coming down? Y'all coming down?
Well, I'm asking this guy first to see if it's okay for them to spectate.
Oh, he nods his head. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You do not have to participate. You can see over here, kind of. It's like one of those like barkeep doors that you can lift, and kind of go through. And there's nothing there. You guys can just walk on through. Stopping right there, a man kind of looks you over, and he goes to pat you down. Checks you. He's like, "Okay, are you ready?"
Ready as ever.
And he walks over to the grate, and he picks up the grate and sets it down, and you can see a ladder going down even further underground.
All right, I will.
Yeah, I don't have a teleport for that, but yo, just fucking he pats everybody down to the best of his ability.
I need to relaunch my my browser real quick.
Okay.
Continue though.
You could also hit escape and reload the application.
Yeah, it was bugged on the whole thing, so. Hang on one
Yeah,
sec.
reloading the application should have fixed it. Unless it was a browser, like your shit's not loading or something.
No, it like had this fucking box that wouldn't go away no matter what I did. I couldn't move it. I couldn't do anything. It was just blank.
As you guys, I'm gonna activate you to the scene.
That's fine. I'm almost back. There we go. Back.
As you guys come down to the long corridor, or down the ladder, you met with a long corridor and you come to a door. Walking through the door, you hear the sounds of people yelling. The door is open. You guys can go ahead and walk through. But in this room, you're met with like a very large room, as you can see. Can everybody see, by the way?
Yeah.
Nick, you're still.
Yeah, I sure am still in the grate.
Okay, let me pull you to the scene.
Pull him through the grate.
There we
He
go.
just reaches up through the bars and just yanks him down.
Can everybody see?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay.
Very brown in here.
It's very
It
what?
is very yellow.
Yeah, it is very yellow. As you can see, the torches or the braziers are kind of lit very, very look like they've been lit for a while. As you can see, the center of the room, you can see like
Rather
red, dark blood stains from like old fights. There's a halfling to your right, as you can see. He's standing on a small barrel, seeming to be like reading from a scroll. As everybody this crowd of people are around him. Pepperidge, Egger and Stoneholt, Iliad Groton, tonight's the night to place your bets. Double, maybe even triple your gold. Place your bets here for the rest of tonight's fights. As Halfling is now kind of like going to like different people and trying to get everybody's information, trying to get like, the bets placed for tonight. Several moments goes by as everybody else is just kind of like waiting around, talking amongst themselves.
I want to bet.
Yeah, absolutely. The halfling speaks up again. All right, everyone. Now that the events for tonight have concluded, we are going to move on to the contenders that wish to join the pack and prove themselves they're worthy of returning to the pit of the Grinning Gargoyle. First up, we have Egoron Stoneholt fighting out of Solemn, standing 6'1", 240 pounds.
Oh my god.
Any heavyweights in the pit that wish to challenge him? Anyone at all?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Are
do
you
it.
A heavyweight?
This
You a
man.
heavyweight?
Yes.
Bro.
So the way classes work, just so you guys are aware, heavyweight is 18 strength and above, middleweight is 13 to 17 strength, and lightweight is 8 to 12.
Pretty sure I have 18 strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I do. I definitely have 18 strength.
Yeah. You'd be definitely considered.
Yeah. So I step up. Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay. You seemingly to be one of the largest individuals there. You there. What's your name?
Call me Morkai.
Mordecai. He writes down your information on the scroll. Brave young fellow. Okay. Should be about 10 minutes before he's out. Are there any accommodations you wish to receive?
What do you mean?
A drink, maybe? Anything. A rag?
Yeah. Give me a drink.
Okay.
Gold on Mordecai.
He gestures to one of the barmaids over here, who kind of comes around and hands you a water, a small cup
Okay.
of like a decent sized cup of water.
Yeah.
Just kind of rehydrate yourself as she walks back.
Okay.
He says, "All right, go stand on the other side of the room. It was about 10 minutes. Prep whatever you need, and fights will convene in say 10 minutes."
Understood.
All right, now back to betting.
Just make my way over.
Who would like to
Gold
place?
on Mordecai.
What was that, Rap?
10 gold on Mordecai.
10 gold. Let me write this down. As it stands now, the odds in Stonehalt's favor are 1.11 to this Mordecai fellow, newbie, 2.32, which essentially means that you will effectively increase your gold amount by 232% if you vote for the new contender, and then make only 11% profit on the guy who's been here for like a minute.
I'll bet 10 gold as well.
Yo,
10 gold on Mordecai.
Rap, how do I equip my hands?
Oh, I added unarmed strike to everybody if you didn't notice for this encounter.
Yeah.
Where at?
I'm going to bet 50 gold on Mordecai.
Oh shit.
Where's the unarmed strength at? I don't see it. Or unarmed strike.
It should be in your combat tab.
That's what I clicked on. I don't see it. Oh, is it? No?
Is it in your inventory? Did he give you the fist?
Do I have a fist to equip?
Yeah, it should be in your inventory. Go to your weapons in your inventory.
Oh.
And then you gotta
No,
right
sir.
click it, turn it into a
I certainly still do not have it. Here, I'll just try and edit.
Oh, I gotta delete your shit from the.
Yeah, I still have, like, I'm still equipped like the dungeon, man. I need to still get the Roll20 stuff over. That's what I was doing before my browser decided to shit itself.
Weapons, unarmed strike.
Should have got Brutus in on this.
Yeah, dude.
That would not be.
Oh, man. Let me and Brutus fight it out.
All right, so
Oh my
so you have unarmed strike in your inventory. You would just have to
Yep,
make
yep.
a combat action. Combat's gonna be a little different, just for the sake of like how this particular scenario works. But I'll have you set up an attack for that real quick. I'm gonna use the restroom. Like 2
Yeah,
seconds.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I've gotta go put my laundry in the dryer.
You're just imagining trying to fit Brutus down that grape.
Yeah. Squeezing.
Just gotta do a little bit of a squish.
Hey, Rep. I think I remember how to do the... Let me... Hang on one sec. I'm trying to remember how to do the 2-weapon fighting with my fists.
How do I hit them with both hands?
Yeah, how do I use both hands, Rep?
Yeah, he dipped for a moment.
Oh, did he?
Should we- Yeah.
Fuck. I know there's other things I have to do, but I don't remember what they were.
You mean just make an attack for you?
What's that?
Create an attack. It should be in your.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it for the 2-weapon fighting, and I don't remember how. I guess I could just do it twice.
Yeah.
Well, no, because it's not gonna incur the minuses and stuff, like my swords will.
Well, the damage is gonna be slightly different because the way this is set out. So like each fist is gonna do a D12 for the heavyweight class.
Okay.
So you could roll twice and then do your minuses, and then the damage is gonna be a D12, and then for middle class it's gonna be a D8, and then for lightweights D6. So it's gonna be more than just like a regular unarmed attack.
Let's see if it works. If I.
No, you're just doing the description.
Damn it! That's because I know what I did wrong. Son of a bitch. Let me delete those. Yes. Create attack.
And I would say keep this attack and everything, just so in case you guys have to like use your fisticuffs, might as well have it.
Yeah.
Oh, this chair.
Apparently, unarmed attack is not part of natural attacks in the compendium.
No, it's under
No,
weapons.
It's not. Natural attacks are used for like claws and bite and stuff.
Yeah, but aren't my fists natural enough?
No.
Dang it. Don't I? Since I have improved on arm strike, I can choose to make it lethal damage, can't I?
Well, for this scenario, it's gonna be non-lethal.
Not for this. Yeah, not for this scenario,
Yeah.
but normally I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Damn it. Alright, well, what's that do? Oh, I got a single attack.
Yeah, they can deal lethal or non-lethal.
Did that work? Did that add everything correctly? Yeah, because I rolled a 3, got an 11. But it didn't add the minuses for 2-weapon fighting.
It's just -2 on the first one, right? And then
Yeah, there's a way to make the macro do it, and I don't know how.
Yeah. It's you gotta like double the macro.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it incur the minuses, does it?
You have to like choose on like the two. You have to make the feat. If you have it, you should.
I do, and that's what it's not showing
Rap?
up.
Where's Rap? Where'd Rap go?
I know,
Yeah.
that's what I was looking for him.
Yeah.
He was doing laundry.
Yeah, see, it pops up for my sword, but it doesn't pop up for when I click on my fists.
I would say just do the minuses because the damage rolls are gonna be different anyway.
Alright,
It's like what
Just
-2,
my
-2
head.
for each one.
I think so. There, let me... 19, 27, so just -2 from that, so 25 would have been the roll. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just do it that way, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's just wait for Rep. He's back.
Sweet.
Good timing, what can I say?
Well,
You already punched somebody? Damn, bro. You punching yourself?
mm-hmm.
All right. So
Getting yourself
He's punching
powered
the
up for your
air.
fight?
Yeah, I was throwing some jabs at the air.
One of them was almost a crit.
Mm-hmm.
so
When you crit the air, it makes like a shockwave.
as Aurelius, you're kind of prepping, getting ready for the fight, taking deep breaths. What is everybody else doing?
Fucking off.
I'm just chilling right by the door.
Okay. Gilderoy and Rap.
Gilderoy is just kind of chilling and just watching. He's got Tedric out on his
Oh my
shoulder.
God, the fire makes noises if
And-
you're next to it.
Yes, sir.
That's
and Vigram's
awesome.
really watching to like.
What form
He's
is it?
It's pretty warm. It's hot.
Just stay away
It's
from the
hot.
fire,
It's hot. He's like, I'm gonna stay away from it. Why you scared, dude?
No, I mean
Scared
the
of the
fire.
fire.
Like, I don't want to be too hot. Like,
Okay.
if it was
No,
cold,
you're
I'd
you,
stay near
no,
the fire.
yeah, no, you're
It's
fine. You're
hot.
fine. That's like fine. Gildroy, what are you doing?
Gilderoy is just after he's placed his bet, he's gonna stand next to Reggie.
Okay.
And
So-
I'm just looking around the room, being very cautious, looking for anyone who might look like Ergen.
Okay. Well, you see what you see. Few minutes goes by. As it's getting right around that time for the fights to convene. As you see this crowd right here, sort of like disperse a little bit, like to stay in the area though. Several moments goes by. The halfling speaks up. Egeran Stoneholt, enter. And you see this man come through the door.
Oh, damn.
Long black hair, no shirt, very dark complected, as if he's from like a tropical region. He looks very well for you, Aurelius. He looks like a pretty good challenge. Everybody else, this man is like absolutely ripped. Not very like, how do I say? He's got this like Egyptian kind of like look about him. But as he steps through the door, he is just kind of like looking around. He walks this way. And he just looks at you, Aurelius.
Mm-hmm.
He has someone following behind him, a little halfling. That he takes off his bracers. He takes off his armor. So where he's basically he's bare from the waist up. Now we're gonna move to this. The halfling on the barrel steps down. Oh shit.
Wrong guy.
Get out of my way. He stands in the middle.
With his paper.
Okay. Here's where we begin. Egerund, I know you know the rules. However, for the newcomer here, Mordkai, I believe it was.
Morkai.
Mordkai.
Maokai, like the tree.
No,
Maokai.
Morkia.
Mordkai. So, we're gonna go 10 rounds. And for out of game, this is like each round is like one person hits, the other person goes. That's kind of like a round, I guess, for this scenario. So you have 10 tries to hit. He goes on. Those who make the most punches and land the most successful hits should come out the winner, unless a knockout is present. Are there any questions or concerns before we dive in? As you all know, no shots below the waist. No dirty fighting. I think we all can really agree on what that is. No biting, no hair pulling, things of that sort. Again, I ask, is there anything else that you wish to bring up?
How do you feel about tripping people?
There's
It's a
absolutely
standard combat maneuver.
Tripping is it's a gray area. It's very dirty, but we will not knock off points.
Okay. I was asking for you, Nick.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's kind of what I'm built around.
So
I'm an MMA gladiator.
Go for a leg lock.
Yeah. And then I put my sword through his head.
You don't have it.
I know, not right now.
So, with all the questions out of the way, let's begin. And he goes back over to his barrel, stands up. And you hear from the back of the room the little halfling, "Fight!" And I will go ahead and
You told me to fight. I'm running.
I know. Let me put you in a combat scenario. With this guy.
Nick just got a false start there.
Yeah.
Actually, he should be under PCs.
User rap lacks permission to update actor.
User basic lacks permissions.
I have
Not
permissions.
started Aurelius.
What
Ryan, what shit did you fuck up?
No, we're good. So hold on, before you guys are gonna roll initiative. Got it? 14. He is going to go first. He is just going to step directly in the. What?
I didn't roll initiative, did I?
No, I did. I got you.
Oh.
Remember,
okay.
I roll for you. I just hit one button and everybody goes.
Ah, I see.
He steps in the middle of the room and just holds his arms out.
Like in a fighting posture, or like mine?
No, like come
mocking.
get me. Like come get me.
Oh shit!
All
What's that music?
Oh, that's the turn. That's the turn order.
It never did that before.
I know. I added it.
That
I'm
sound
gonna-
is familiar.
I'm gonna charge him. I'm just gonna fucking rush him.
Okay.
Spear tackle.
I'll give him a fucking. Nah, I'll throw just a couple swings at him. I'll make a full attack at him.
Well, you moved, so it wouldn't be a full attack.
Oh yeah. I can still make my 2 for my 2-weapon fighting.
Okay. What's your AC?
16.
Okay.
So that's a miss.
Yeah, that is a
an
miss.
8.
That is
Yeah,
that
that's
is
for sure a miss.
It's a 10 actually.
No, it's -2 because I didn't get the macro. So that's a 19.
19. A 19
Yeah,
hits.
I
Go
said
ahead
the
and roll a
macro for
d12.
you.
Not for the fists.
Rap, chill. Like Nick's fighting. Roll a d12.
D12.
What's your HP, Nick?
52. Ah, 1. That's such a baby hit. That's still 5.
Okay, 5. Yeah, you'd add your strength modifier.
Yeah.
As you just kind of walk up your left hook, just kind of like as he's able to kind of brush it off to the side as your right hook comes around, kind of takes him by surprise a little bit. You get him right in the gut, and he's kind of like, as you could feel his like rock solid abdomen. He's very he's kind of impressed. His turn. He is going to make a full attack at you. An 18 and you rolled a nat 1. Fuck. Okay.
Nice.
So his one attack, he's gonna roll a d12. 9 damage to you. This is non-lethal, by the way.
I figured.
Yeah.
9 would be
You can click on your token and go to the green and just hit -9.
Oh,
That's like actual health, but like we'll just say it's non-lethal.
where do I put that? At the top?
No, you already did it.
I know. I just meant on the token because that's not how I did it.
Oh, I'm not sure what that is.
It's okay.
I don't know.
I just did it on my character sheet. It's okay. All right, my turn. This time I'm gonna try and yeah, I'll just make the trip
Okay.
maneuver, which I think is he makes a dexterity check and I make a strength check, and it's just those two opposing.
Opposing strength checks?
No, I make a strength. He makes a dexterity.
Okay.
How do I roll just a base strength check?
On your sheet.
Hit strength, yeah.
Oh, I see. I got it. Oof.
9. Yeah, he rolled
So
a
that's,
Well, 13.
base
Yeah, I got it.
12. He rolled a base 12
Yeah.
with a +2. So.
yeah. That's fine.
Oof.
So that unfortunately does not connect.
And I don't. Do I still get to make an attack after that? Or does that count as my attack action?
I think
That is
know
an
what-
attack, right?
Yeah, I think tripping is a standard
Yeah,
action.
it takes up. No, well, it takes up one of your attacks. So if you have 2-weapon fighting, I don't know if you.
Here,
can
I'll
trip
just look.
and
It's
attack.
okay. It's
If
okay.
you have
If you have improved trip, it allows you to make trips without incurring attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, he does get an attack of opportunity there,
Okay.
which is rough.
He is going to 13. It does not hit.
No.
This brings it back to his turn.
Oh.
He is going to attempt to grapple you.
Oh no.
16 with your
That.
against your strength. Make a strength check.
Oh.
God damn it! Another
You're
9.
grappled, bruh.
As you're grappled, he attempts to throw you in like this direction.
I can't see whatever you're indicating.
I'm not indicating. I'm just like, hold on.
He's just moving me.
Yeah, he attempts to throw you in this direction towards the people.
Oh, they're gonna shove you back towards it.
And he's gonna come up to you. That's gonna be his action.
Okay. Am I on the ground now, or am I standing?
No, you're standing up. You're just a little bit
Okay.
like off balance, but you're good.
Gotcha. All right. Fuck it. I'm just gonna make a full attack at him.
Okay.
Oh, almost a crit.
I watched it.
Yeah.
So 8, 6, 14.
Yeah, 14. Fortunately, 14 does not
Yeah,
hit.
figured. That's a 6, 7, or 15. Sorry.
15 does not hit either, as both
Whoa.
attacks just fucking kind of come around, and you're just because you're put off balance by the throw.
Oh wait,
You're,
no, I'm sorry. That was a 17. My bad.
17 does hit. 17
Yeah,
does
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
Go ahead.
My bad.
Go ahead and roll a d12.
7 damage. Oh, we do a d12.
Wha- Do better.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah. That's a 15.
Okay, as you kind of try to gain your balance, the first strike does not connect. However, the second one, as you come around, clocks him right in the jaw as his head moves. Wow,
Do better than that.
impressive. As he goes for his attack, he's going to attempt to attack you as well. That is a 20, not natural.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's going to attack a second time. That, he rolled a 3, did not hit. For his...
The moment one of us hits twice, it's just gonna be devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. 12 points of non-lethal damage. As his fists
Take his
are...
ass, Mordecai.
It's been a consistent one hits and the other one doesn't.
Yeah. All right. And I've got trip pulled up now. I want to double check to see what it takes. It says you can try to trip your opponent as an unarmed melee attack, so it does just count as one attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for a trip again this time, and then after that I'm gonna throw my normal swing at him.
Okay.
Elbow drop his ass.
Yeah, we're gonna.
He rolled a 9 on his
yeah,
dexterity.
yeah.
He rolled a 9 on his
Oh,
dexterity.
Yes,
So.
that's what I love to see.
So we'll see.
Oh, baby.
Love to
Okay.
see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
So,
you- Yeah, go ahead.
and do that. Do that.
Okay. So as you kind of, he punch him in the face, he goes to attack you. You kind of quickly, very swiftly move down and like swipe his feet from under him, even though his legs are like tree trunks. With the velocity of your leg kind of like sweeping down, his legs are just kind of basically just swept up from under themselves as he falls.
So while he's falling down, because I made a successful trip, I get an attack of opportunity. So I'm gonna hit him with that
Okay.
real
okay.
quick. While he's on the way down, I'm just gonna try and send him into the fucking dirt.
Gotcha.
A kick while he's falling.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm literally just like he's falling down and I'm throwing it right into his face to send him fucking back harder. This is just damn it. That's a 13.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does not hit as just the kind of movement of everybody, you're unable to connect and make that coordination.
So I do still get my normal attack though, because that was just one attack and then my attack of opportunity because of my skill. Now I get my other punch.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh,
Why
God.
did it?
Oh, because you crit.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's
The confirm.
Does the confirm get the
yes,
minus from the 2 weapon fighting?
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I confirmed it. Oh wait, would it
Yes.
be? Oh yeah, it would be 2-weapon fighting because yeah.
So is it, what is it, 14 to confirm?
Yeah, to confirm. So it's just normal hit, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless
Well,
he
you
is
said that
prone.
the negative doesn't. That you said that the negative doesn't apply to the confirmation hit.
He is prone. I get that bonus for him being prone too.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
do.
Go and roll
Yeah.
2d12 plus your strength modifier.
2d12 plus 4. That sucks.
Damn.
Less damage than you did last time.
Fuck.
So as
That's
you
terrible.
Nose.
as you trip him, you come down for the first hit. Unfortunately, that kind of
Ugh.
like does not connect, but the coordination kind of clicks in your mind as you go down for the second hit, which is technically like not the attack of opportunity. Coming down straight on his jaw as he's moving down to the ground. He's getting pretty bad as you just kind of like basically looks like you knocked some teeth out. He kind of like
Stand up, motherfucker.
Not
takes
so
a breather.
pretty now, huh?
he takes a breather.
Is he gonna get up?
He's
Now
gonna-
if he stands up,
Yep.
I'm gonna smack him.
He's gonna
Alright.
stand
Go
up
ahead and
very
use your attack of
confidently.
opportunity.
I
Yeah,
have
use your-
combat reflexes. I have
Oh, fuck.
4.
Rap.
I
Yeah.
can attack. I got 4 of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let
Go ahead,
the
make your
man do
attack of
his thing.
opportunity. He is just so full of rage, he's just going to stand up.
Ah, there it is.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead and roll d12.
There we go.
7,
That's a 13, 12.
12. Oh my God! As you go to hit him with on the other side of his
Or
face,
no,
you can see
11. Sorry,
11
my bad,
damage?
Bad at math. 11, my bad.
Yeah, as you can see, as you've basically clocked him on both sides of the face, you can see bruising kind of coming up. As people around this basement now are kind of like in awe as this guy, this new person is like, not that like this guy that you're facing has like done a ton of fights that you know of, but just of his like crazy stature, and he's obviously
He is bigger than me by
Yeah.
like 30 pounds.
Yeah, he's a little bigger, and he's more well known in this area. So like a new person coming around, like basically knock this guy's lights out is a little bit unheard of. But as you go for the clock, he kind of stumbles back a little bit, kind of bloody in the face as blood kind of like rolls down his chin and drops onto his enormous chest. As he's gonna go attempt to do his best in his head state.
Ugh. No!
You got hold on. He's got to confirm.
No!
Oh, is he gonna kick your ass?
Yeah, it's an 11. He doesn't confirm it.
Thank
Oh, damn it.
Fuck.
Ugh.
He doesn't confirm that
Made it more
one.
interesting.
He's gonna take the second time. That one doesn't hit. Fuck. Okay. I'm kicking this guy's ass. 7 points of non-lethal damage to you. He's gonna take a he's gonna take a step back. A 5-foot step back.
5-foot step, okay.
Yeah.
That's a big pile of blood.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me... So I'm gonna... Fuck, my tab's fucked up. Let me pull my character back up. I just gotta find the name of my feature. So,
That's
combat expertise. I'm gonna... it means I can take as much... as high of a minus, like up to a -5 on my attack roll, and I get to add that to my AC.
That's
as
not
a
limited
dodge
by your
bonus.
base attack bonus?
No, it just says you can take a penalty of as much as -5 on your attack roll and add that number +5 or less as a dodge bonus to your AC.
Okay.
Oh, it does say. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's just later on in it. So yeah. So 4 is up to my max, but I'm just gonna do it 3 times.
Okay.
So
minus
that'd
3
be.
to hit.
It would be a -5 because I'm gonna 2-weapon fight.
Ah,
Holy shit, it's insane.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna do the 2-weapon fighting again. So we'll just try and smack him. 18.
shit.
Okay. Yeah.
-5 is just -1, or it's
21.
+1 at the end, so it's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a d12.
Fuck, dude.
What did he say?
Where'd that go?
I'll be right back, guys.
14.
Okay. That's just your first attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and do your second attack.
That one does not.
No, this is 19.
No, but it's still -5,
Okay.
which is +1 in the end, which would make it a 12.
Okay. So just those 2 attacks?
Yeah, yeah,
so
that's
many
it.
goddamn attacks. As you step up to him, delivering, as he just kind of stands there, almost unable to see, you clock him on the right side of the face, and immediately you could just see his jaw kind of like, almost in slow motion, just kind of like turn to his right, your left, and then come back into place as he just falls backwards.
Yeah. I just let out like a roar of victory.
This man, this huge mass of person, just falls backward on the stone with a loud thump as everybody is kind of silent for a second and then just cheers enormously in a huge roar. The halfling, okay, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Fuck.
Ah.
I'll clap for you.
This man, you can see.
Rep, what happened to you?
His parents were calling him for something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Aurelius, you're still kind of beat up a little bit. I mean, you were
Yeah.
over half HP. You're kind of bloody. You're not feeling too hot. You were kind of going in and out there. People come around. Various other strong men come out and just kind of like drag him off to the side and care for him medically. As the halfling goes, okay, everyone, payouts are here. God damn it.
Do I get anything for winning?
You do.
Okay.
Wait, Rep's not here. Basic, you put 50, right?
Yes.
So you get 123 back.
I got 123 back.
Yep. And Vigram, you get 23.
Yep.
I'm just drinking, like I'm chugging water right now.
Okay.
Cleaning myself off, washing my face and shit. It's really just kind of smearing it all over, but you know.
Yeah. And then Rap gets 23 gold. We'll tell him when he gets back. Definitely kind of comes over to you, Aurelius. Are you okay?
I've been hurt worse. As there's still that massive scar from where that thing bit me in the side.
Yeah.
From that previous crit.
Okay.
Still fresh.
Very well. All that I ask is that you move off to the side. Do you need any medical care?
It wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Have
come up
someone check me.
and say, I can cast a healing spell if that's all right in here.
There's absolutely no magic. I apologize.
Very well.
I'll be alright. But if you have somebody that can help me, I will gladly accept it.
Yeah, he gestures to you on like this side of the room over here.
Yeah.
Comes back to the middle. All right. Well, that was interesting. Haven't seen a fight like that in quite some time. Now, moving on to the middleweight. Would anybody like to face? One second. One second. Pepper Prightridge, the Golem from Solemn.
The golem from Salam?
Salami.
The Galami from Salami.
Did you guys did any of you else wish to fight at all?
You said lightweight was what was the restrictions?
8 to 12.
8 to 12.
Yeah. But I think
There's
right
all-
now, if your strength is between 13 and 17, you can fight as of right now if you want.
None of my friends hopping in. Like, I don't know. Are any of you guys at that like frame?
I think the closest might be Reggie, but Reggie's not here right now, so
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. Well,
Reggie's lighter than me.
well, it's based on strength,
True.
Oh, strength. Yes.
Yeah. but as you can see, kind of somebody out from the distance goes, "Yes, I will." And you can see this kind of like shortish human, blonde hair guy come up and talk to the halfling.
You got 23 gold rep.
Hell yeah.
As the male is kind of talking with the halfling, several minutes goes by. We'll just kind of like fast forward the middle class fight.
Wait, that's me. I want to be in a middle class fight.
You weren't here. All right, we'll retcon you. We'll retcon
That's
you.
fine.
Well, this human guy. They said who would like to fight in the middle class. This blonde haired guy kind of chimed up, and is now speaking to the halfling. Before you could.
Me and me.
Do a 3-way fight.
do it.
The halfling, as you walk up to him, Reggie. This is a one-on-one fight. I don't think we've done a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-2 in quite some time. Unless you two want to fight each other.
I look at the other guy.
The guy turns to you. Yeah? I'd fight you.
Have it.
All right, get in your corners then. We'll hurry this one up.
Rando and Rando.
Rando and Rando.
I take. Is he not wearing any armor?
He's not.
Ah, dang, I don't know any other languages.
Fine. I'm gonna take off my armor.
God damn it, bro.
Memphis.
You
Why
fuckers.
did it zoom in
I
on
really wanted to
Memphis?
say that in Orcish or something.
Why did it zoom in on you?
Fuck, man. How do you, you gotta click on him, right?
There it is.
Click on shit.
What language is that?
You'll never know.
Oh, I see it. Oh, shit.
God damn
God damn.
motherfucker, stop! You're fucking up my zoom.
Sorry.
Get good.
Okay, I'm gonna take my armor off, Ryan.
Okay.
So my AC's down to 13.
Okay. The halfling kind of goes over, back to his thing. Okay. Let's fight.
Oh wait, no bets?
Yeah, no bets. Bets are for the
No
heavyweight.
bets. Dang. Well, if you
We'll have you. We'll say that this guy looks like this guy.
I'm gonna be token for it now.
Yeah.
Oh, Rap lacks permission to update actor. Y37QER.
We'll say he looks like this guy. Retcon some of it.
Good job, Basic.
Thank you.
Okay. Put you all in a combat status. Roll your initiative. You have gotten 21. Reggie, it is your turn.
Walk up to the middle of the arena.
I'm gonna stand there. I'm not gonna take the first swing.
Okay.
He's got morals. He just is forcing him to uphold them.
He's gonna come up to you. And he's gonna attempt to fucking hit you, dude. He's not playing around. He's absolutely 100%
Trying to win.
trying to win. That'd be a 13.
Hit.
13 hits you? Okay.
Well, I took my armor off.
What's your AC?
13.
Okay.
Without my armor.
And this is a D8. Shit. 3 points of non-lethal damage to you.
I'm gonna activate my eye for an eye ability.
Okay.
I get to roll a Constitution saving throw,
Wait.
and if I get above the amount of damage he dealt to me, I get to attack him back.
Okay. For this scenario, we are not going to do eye for an eye, or else you would just get an attack of opportunity every single time. We'll have to rework that in a way, because that in this is like way overpowered. Because you'd be getting like 3 attacks every round.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was an attack. Damn.
Come on, at least once.
It's a D8 plus strength. Like you're always gonna almost always like.
Okay, at least this once.
Okay, fine.
Just yeah.
Sure. Well, I'll let you do it. I hate this ability so much. I'm about to just delete it from your class. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's so stupid.
So we are not 2-weapon fighting. Nothing. I'm gonna take no negatives here. I don't need to roll to hit, but the damage is what matters.
You don't need to roll to hit for an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I suppose I did. Does it hit him?
Oh, with a 17?
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead and roll a D8.
10 damage.
No, a D8.
Yeah, my attack dice for an unarmed strike is already a D8.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. 10. All right.
So he swaggered up to me, swing.
Yep. I guess it's your turn. See, this is why I hate this fucking.
What damage? How much damage did he do to me, by the way? You never told me how much damage he did.
He
'Cause
4.
He did hit me.
Yeah, he's like 4, I think.
Okay. And you said I can right-click my token?
Yeah, you can click. Oh yeah, click your token. -4 from 60.
Did that work? No, it didn't. What do you mean right? It didn't work.
There, got you. You just click the green. Right-click your
I
token
clicked-
green.
Okay, I see. Now I am going to 2-weapon fighting, and I am going to use my reckless offense to subtract 3 from my armor class and reflex save to add 3 to my hidden damage.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is +1 to hit, and +3 to damage because of 2-weapon fighting.
Raptor, just roll a d20 and take your minuses.
Working.
Yep. Unfortunately, what is it? A 13 base? Without bonus?
My AC.
No, your attack. Is it with any minuses, or did you already input all your shit?
Yeah, I already input all the shit.
Okay.
Guys, I just broke my backpack by inserting it into itself. It literally deleted it from my inventory.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You put the bag of holding into the bag of holding.
Aggressive shit, god damn it, Nick.
12 damage.
Aurelius is over there just fucking with his backpack and then it disappears.
As you hit this guy's, or you basically like a flurry of blows, but not actually the flurry of blows. Just into this man's chest. He's kind of taken aback a little bit. He's gonna go ahead and.
Did the second one hit him at least?
Yeah, no, both hit him.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna bring it right around to his turn. Okay. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, he confirms his crit.
Oh shit.
Uh, 17 points of non-lethal damage.
So I'm at
No way.
As you kind of stumble back by taking such an abrasive hit from
39.
this man. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rap. It's your turn.
I'm thinking if there's anything fancy I want to do here. I'm gonna swing around to his left side here and just try to get a solid body shot in.
Okay.
I'm just going for a single attack this time, and not subtracting anything.
You said single attack?
Yep, just a single attack.
$17 hits. Was that 4 damage?
Yep.
Okay. 4 damage as you hit the man, bringing it right around to his turn. During right after you hit, you could see, since the way you're facing, you can kind of see behind him. You notice somebody from the crowd throw out a crowbar
Oh.
right here in this square.
Does he see it?
He hears it clink on the stone, and he is going to leave your threat range.
I'm gonna try to trip it.
Okay. Go ahead and he makes a dexterity, right?
It's up to Nick. I don't know.
He rolled a
I'm
nat
not sure
20.
if
He rolled a nat 20.
Like,
Bro.
that's almost a nat 20.
Yeah, it was almost a nat 20.
Almost.
As he kind of comes around, he gets to here. He picks up the crowbar, and he turns towards you, and he's just gonna sit there. You could see as everybody kind of sees this crowbar drop in the middle of the floor. Other people are kind of looking around, and the halfling, as you can see from
This
on,
guy, isn't it? He looks sketchy.
you couldn't tell where it came from, but the halfling is like talking amongst other people, trying to like figure like the documents and paperwork for like what's going on for the previous fight.
Can I do something? Can I run over to the halfling?
Yeah, you could.
If you'll allow me to during
You
this.
got
Well,
30 foot of movement.
Gildroy's gonna do the same.
I'm just gonna shout over to him like, look at your fucking fight!
Okay. Raptor, it's your turn.
Wanna fight fair, do you?
I step up to him. I'm gonna go full out here. I'm gonna subtract. What's my base attack bonus right now? Where is it?
Should be 3 or 4.
Yeah, either 3 or 4.
Base attack bonus is 4. So I'm gonna subtract 4 from my AC and to hit.
Okay.
Then I am going to use power attack to subtract 4 to my to hit. So I'm going to get basically a normal roll with plus 8 to my damage.
Okay. I can't wait to see this.
And 2 weapon fighting, obviously. So it's plus minus nothing, but plus 8 to the damage.
Right, yeah, go ahead.
But you normally have a plus 10 to hit?
16 does hit.
Ooh!
Oh, that's 19 damage. Okay. Shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's absolutely monstrous. As you
That's-
like are pummeling this guy, he's kind of stepping back. You can
That's
see.
only the first hit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just imagining he's already knocked out and grabbed just like ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that one might not hit.
Yeah, that unfortunately does not hit. But the first attack, as you can see, you just basically with the weight of your fist, it felt like so much more as you're just clocking him in the face. Blood kind of coming out from his left eye as he takes the crowbar.
My AC is currently 8. Or no. 9.
22,
Hits.
18,
Damage.
you take 16 points of lethal damage this time from the crowbar. Wait, that was only one
Wait,
attack. Hold on.
it didn't adjust last time. I subtracted, but it didn't save it. I don't remember how much he hit me for.
Yeah, subtract it.
We said it was 16, but he hit me once before, and I subtracted it, but it didn't go away.
How much was it?
Like, I don't remember.
All right, so look, I'm training. All right, click on your token, right click, see the green?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so and then minus whatever and hit enter.
So but that's for this hit, but he hit me once more before this.
All right,
I
we'll I added some damage to you to make up for it. But next time, like you see something like that, just let me know right away.
Well, I didn't realize.
Bringing it to your turn again, Reggie. As the halfling on the other side of the room, he kind of looks over at you, Aurelius, and he says, "What? What are you saying?" You free to speak.
Yeah. Look at the fucking fight.
As he kind of looks over at Reggie, and you can see him jump down and rush over. Gentlemen, we do not have to continue this fight.
I'm gonna disarm him. I'm gonna try to disarm him.
Okay.
What do I roll for disarm? Nick, you're the one that does this.
Oh, I don't disarm. I'll look
He
it up,
just
though.
kills him. I would do like a opposing strength check.
I believe that's what it is.
Isn't it? I thought it was a feat. Disarm.
It is
roll.
a feat. It is a feat.
You
That's
roll in that one.
improved disarm. That's improved disarm.
Yeah, but
No.
improve comes from something, right? So disarm would just be.
Well, not necessarily. Like, I can get
Disarm
improved
is a
trip,
combat
but
action.
trip isn't a feat.
All combat
Okay.
maneuvers tend to incur
Oh, here we
attacks
go.
of opportunity unless you have the improved variant feat.
Yeah, so as a melee attack, you can attempt to disarm your opponent. If you do so with a weapon, you knock the opponent's weapon out of his hand onto the ground. If you attempt to disarm while unarmed, you end up with the weapon in your hand. If you are attempting to make a disarm a melee weapon, follow the... Wait, what the fuck? Why is it listed out like this? Oh my god, it's 3 steps?
You rolled in that one anyway, so.
Okay, attack of opportunity is number 1. So if he didn't get the attack of opportunity, the defender makes... you just make opposed attack rolls with your respective weapons.
Oh, okay.
So
it's not a.
he just gets
It's not a
an,
strength check.
he gets an attack
It's
of
an attack.
opportunity now.
Yeah, so the wielder of a two-handed weapon gets a +4 bonus on this roll. The wielder of a light weapon takes a -4 penalty.
Damn. Okay.
But it's still the.
An unarmed
exact
strike
roll.
is considered a light weapon.
Okay.
There you go. So did you fail?
He failed.
Well, Ryan had me roll a strength check instead of an attack roll.
Well, you still rolled a 1 on your die.
You did still roll a 1. Okay. Oh, I thought you meant... I wouldn't have continued speaking. I thought you meant the 1 was for the attack of opportunity. My bad.
Yeah. No. He did not.
Continue.
He did not make his die roll either. He rolled like a 4 nat. So.
Okay.
So he also whiffed his strike back.
Is that like that's a standard action, right? To disarm.
It's one of my attack actions.
It's a melee
so I
attack.
can still punch him.
Yeah. It counts as 1 melee attack.
You have 2 attacks at level 4?
Two-weapon
Two-weapon fighting.
Right.
Yeah, but that
2
doesn't.
fists.
Yeah, but I thought that's like you use 2 fists during 1 attack. Because the
No.
extra to base attack bonus gets
No,
you 2
roll-
attacks.
No, you get an additional attack.
Yeah, it does give you an additional attack at the -2.
Okay. All right. That's close. That was close. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage for that. You just barely missed a
It
fucking 2.
automatically rolls the damage, right?
It was 9.
Oh yeah, 9. Sorry, like you fucked with your macro and stuff. I was like basically going off Nick still because he didn't have his thing.
Yeah.
9 damage.
Well, I'll have to
Yeah,
have you
'cause-
set up the unarmed strike for me, Rab, at some point.
All right, how do you want to knock this guy out, Rep?
I just want to, like, strike his arm in a way that makes him hit himself with the crowbar.
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh yeah, I'll do it for that. It's an 8.
Okay. As you go to try to like hit him in such a way that the crowbar, I don't even know how you would describe this, bro. As you somehow like
basically, I'm trying to like strike him in the arm that's holding the crowbar to basically hit himself in the face.
but he's not like this. Like he's got the crowbar like. Anyways, you attempt to do that and fail miraculously. However, you connect your second shot directly on his jaw. Did you like? Yeah, we'll say that since you failed that in the dexterity check, you just clock him in the jaw with your right hook. His battered and bloody face just kind of like immediately just stops moving as he kind of falls to the ground, taking a knee. He drops the crowbar, lifts a hand up. All right. You win.
Kick him for good measure.
As he kind of
Damn,
like
that's not very monk-like of you.
Dude, I'm not a monk. I'm a Xiaolong monk, bro.
as you push him down with your foot, he kind of rolls over to his side. The halfling kind of comes over. Okay. Fights are over for the night. We need to check everybody. This is not usually what happens around here.
Now I have damage that I'm gonna have to heal you, bastard.
I apologize to everybody, to you and to everybody, for this inconvenience. We're gonna take you out.
Hey, I didn't get my reward.
Ah, yes. Well,
How much did you bet on me?
I didn't bet anything. He
The-
didn't let us.
the halfling gave you 25 gold.
Damn.
I made more gold on betting on you.
You did.
If there would have been a lightweight fight, I would have bet against myself.
You're not legally allowed to do that, right?
Not if I have someone else do it for me.
This is true.
So, as the halfling is sort of trying to calm everybody down, provide medical
Dungeon
care.
Master.
Huh?
With Eli. At the top left of the map. There's a pointer.
Oh, yeah. You guys, Aurelius, you get some medical care. Go ahead and heal 5 points, as that they had very minimal.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's not non-lethal damage, so.
Okay,
Oh, that's
yeah.
true. I wasn't even adding that as non-lethal.
Yeah,
I took 12 true points of damage.
yeah.
Non-lethal basically doesn't matter. I think you recover non-lethal damage over the course of a single night.
Yeah, I think so.
You should be good. But yeah, the halfling's just trying to calm everybody down. Fight's basically over. There's going to be some sort of investigation between the people as they've led people out, up and out into the tavern.
Grab my weapons, of course.
Yeah, grab your weapons from the table. Everybody just kind of seems like the mood just drastically changed with that occurrence. As everybody's just kind of more on edge now. Even the people that were there, people that work there. It's just it's kind of like awkward going back up.
How it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. What would you guys like to sleep for the night? I presume.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
do
go-
not need to sleep.
I'm gonna lock my door just to be certain. But yes.
That's not a bad idea. Am I sharing a room? Who am I in a room with again?
You're sharing a room with Billy Joe.
Okay.
But yeah, you all kind of like you grab your weapons, you grab your armor, you grab all your belongings, make your way up.
I should have made them owe me a healing potion.
You retire to your rooms for the night.
They heal me at all, Ryan?
Yeah, they heal you. This is they go ahead and give yourself 8 points. 8 HP extra. Because you did take lethal damage
And
a little bit.
I'll cast Cure Light Wounds once you get up to your room
Okay.
on you.
So I'm at 36 based on that, and then however much Eli heals me for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do I
go
should
ahead and roll.
privately roll it?
Oh, I did not mean to private roll. 8.
Yeah, 8 points. Like I said, as you
So I'm at
retire,
44.
retire to your rooms for the night in preparation for the next day.
Yes.
We will end session there. It's kind of I didn't expect it to be 3 hours, but it was 3 hours. But yeah, a little short Saturday session, and then we'll jump back in maybe later next week.
Then I want to roll a hit die for just to make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, most of the healing we can do next session because you guys will have rested a full 8 hours or so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, depending on how late you guys sleep in. It is currently like 3 o'clock in the morning. But anyways, we'll get to that next session. And we'll do all the healing and stuff. Hopefully Friday if we play, if everybody's available. So
I should be good.